What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday. I'm back, fresh trim on the mustache, and I do have my coffee as always. And today we're checking out the new chat pile. Song's called FROWNLAND. I haven't listened to it yet. I have gotten several requests to do more chat pile, so we're doing more chat pile. Before I get into it, a few things. I am streaming these days pretty regularly, usually around 1 or 2 o'clock Central Time. If you want to come hang out, I'd be happy to have you. Please remember, I'm not a engineer. I'm not a vocal coach, music teacher. I just enjoy music. So please don't expect me to be getting too into the weeds on production, stuff like that. And don't be a dick. You know, I try to be thoughtful when I do these. I try to be respectful of the artist and give it some thought. So I would ask that we can at least keep the comments respectful. You know, let's keep it a nice place to visit, even if you disagree with me. With that out of the way, let's get to it. This is FROWNLAND by Chat Pile. Holy Ghost shirt. All right. Cool video. Kind of reminds me of. Well, it reminds me of a couple things. I've never seen Videodrome, but I know that's a Fincher movie. That's a like cinema. I know that there is a character who goes into a TV in Videodrome. It also reminds me of Skeleton Key, which is honestly one of the creepier movies I've ever seen. A lot of voodoo and switching places with people's souls. Very creepy. Worth watching probably if you're into that sort of thing. But I'm not, I'm not a person who necessarily understands everything that is being aimed for here. Maybe if I was maybe if I had talked to the band, I would know. But I will talk about what I get from the song, which is, or at least from the video, which is, I actually saw an article a couple days ago about the men who are falling in love with AI chatbots. And that's very depressing to me. I think it's really silly, truthfully. I don't think that I have a lot of patience for that. But I do understand, and I understand better than a lot of people, the sort of crippling loneliness that you develop, especially when you spend a lot of time online but not a lot of time with people. I am fortunate enough to have a partner, but I live in a town of about 1,400 people, none of whom I know, none of whom are cool. They're not people that I can necessarily be myself around. And so I spend more of my time on the computer than I should. And as a result, I'm okay, right? I am, like I said, I've got a partner. I have an outlet. I have friends that I can talk to. But I don't really have anybody around me here aside from my partner. And so I can understand the appeal of these online relationships that may or may not be with real people, but they give you a sense of fulfillment, a sense of belonging, somebody who cares about you, somebody who wants you, your own personal Jesus. That's a song. Someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares, right? And that's what people want. I mean, men want a lot of things, and women also want things. But I'm a man. We're talking about men. Men want companionship, right? Men want relationship. And if you can't get it from a real person, sometimes you will accept it from a facsimile. Spike Jonze, right? That movie Her with whoever was in it. I didn't watch that movie. But a man fell in love with an AI, right? A computer program. And that's happening. Now, there is an element of misogyny that is driving this, which is men saying, I don't need a woman who, will tell me that I'm being racist or sexist, or that I need to clean my room or need to help around the house, right? I don't need that in my life. All I need is a real doll and a chat program that tells me how handsome and smart I am, right? There is this, I have seen it online, this attack on women of, we don't need you, you're being replaced. But that's not good enough. It's not, for one thing, it's not good enough as for relational fulfillment, right? Because having somebody that doesn't push back on anything is really not very interesting, right? I'm going to say the good thing, and then I'm going to say the really negative thing first. So the good part of that is it's nice to have somebody to spar with a little bit, to call you on your bullshit, to have somebody who is like making jokes about you to you, right? Somebody that you feel comfortable with, talking a little shit. That's the good thing. The bad thing is a lot of men want to dominate their partner, and you can't really dominate a chat bot, right? Which is why I'm still concerned about the safety of women and also other men. Not to be overly heteronormative here, but traditionally it has been men bashing women. The idea that Yeah, I have a real doll. You know, my sexual needs, such as they are being taken care of to a degree. My emotional needs, my need for conversation. You know, I have a chat bot that I talk to, and she tells me how handsome I am and how great my ideas are, and all that stuff. But there's no conflict, and we want conflict. We don't necessarily want conflict that is painful or that is oppressive, but we want conflict in the sense of I had to make a point, right? I had to fight about this. I had to prove that whatever my idea was good, right? So you have a little argument with somebody, you go back and forth, and they say I don't believe you, and you say, well, here, I can show you, right? And then you have the conflict, and you get to have resolution at the end of it. When you have just an AI, even if you feel like you have conflict, right? Even if the AI is smart enough to argue with you, at the end of the day, you know that's a robot. And if I turn off the computer, it goes away. And if I go out in public, you know, I can't take it with me. Now, in the video, the guy's carrying around the monitors, and obviously there's some witchcraft happening because she unplugs the monitor at the end and he just goes away. But she was present on the monitors even when they were unplugged and he was carrying them around, which probably says something about his detachment from reality, right? If we're trying to get into the video. But anyway, I am concerned. I am not somebody who's like, we need to look out for young men because they're so lonely. Young men need to take some responsibility for why they're lonely, because they're horrible little assholes. Watching Andrew Tate and talking about men's rights. That's why you're fucking lonely, because everybody hates you, you little shits. But with that said, it would be good if there was more emphasis made on helping to direct them to more positive examples, role models. That's teaching them that sometimes you need to give and not just take. Sometimes you need to admit that you're wrong instead of reflexively arguing and fighting that you are right because you have heard from some men's manosphere asshole child predator that you need to never back down, right? You never admit that you're wrong. That is a terrible way to live, and it will make you not have friends. As far as the music goes, remind me of Primus a little bit. That really sort of distorted, fuzzy bass. And then some kind of hardcore or thrash in the chorus. It was good. As far as lyrics go, these are kind of difficult to pick up sometimes, particularly in the chorus. I had a little bit of a hard time, so I'm not sure. I hope I'm saying stuff that is relevant to the message that was being communicated here. I did enjoy the video. I enjoyed the Holy Ghost Tabernacle Choir hoodie. I've been meaning to do one of their videos. I just forgot the name of the band. So I will be doing one of those soon. And then we'll go from there. But I liked it. I think that if you have the opportunity to go see Chat Pile, you really should. I know they are an up-and-coming band that's starting to get some real heat. So, one, you can go support a band that seems to be trying to say something, do something interesting with music, which is important to me, right? And also, you get to say, I saw that band back when they were, small, back before they were selling. For example, I saw the Calistyle Boys at a murder shed in Wichita, Kansas that had a stove with a burner with a fire in it because there was no heating in the building. It was just literally a shed by some train tracks. And now they're big. Look at them go. They're playing big shows, they're touring, they're making a name. So, be cool, see a band early, support them when nobody else knows who they are. Get a shirt, right? Send them some money, give them a tip, whatever, support them so that they can keep making music, keep getting to shows, and then eventually you can get mad at them for selling out. And there is no better feeling in the world than that. Have a good day, everybody. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. Be safe out there. Be good to each other. And don't talk to cops.